Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Chronicles of Sovik, which is my level 1 to 120 Warlock leveling series. This Sovik standing here, still in Orgrimmar. For those who have seen the first sort of 5 episodes of this, you may notice what's that he's got on his head. Okay, so let me start. He has got on his head at the moment the Dark Moon fishing cap. Yes, we've been back to the Dark Moon Island, we've done some more fishing, and one of the things which we fished up from the Dark Moon Island was this fishing cap. And as he hasn't got a hat on at the moment, he's too low level to actually have a sort of a decent cloth headpiece. He's got that on his head, which is quite useful because it's got a cooldown of every hour. You can get a Dark Moon shipwreck debris to appear in front of you, which you can fish from. So that is a reason why he has got a very strange looking hat on his head, because we fished it. We didn't have to buy it, we just fished it up for free, so that's great. Okay, so what have I done since the last video, which was actually earlier on this afternoon? So we have been back to the Dark Moon Island, as I said. We have done some more fishing, and we're throwing the stuff on the auction house. So in the, I would say probably about 40 minutes I was fishing there, we fished up another 198 Dark Moon Daggermore, that's a fish. And we fished up another 33 of the Dark Moon Firewater, which is the one that goes for about 75 gold. So I've thrown it all on the auction house. Let's go and have a look and see what we've sold, if anything. Now, the Dark Moon Daggermores had gone down in price. I think I sold them yesterday or a couple of days ago for 10, 11 gold each. Then I had to start selling them for 8 gold each. And when I checked earlier on, they'd even dropped down to as low as 5 gold. Okay. So we have sold so far 4 Dark Moon Firewaters, which was the stuff probably from yesterday or earlier, much earlier on. So that's 285 gold. We have sold the Peace Bloom and the Silver Leaf, our herbing starter herbs, which is gone, which is great. We've sold 338 Dark Moon Daggermores, which I believe is all of the Daggermores. So that's the stuff we got either last night or first thing this morning, and the stuff I've got this afternoon. So 338 of them have gone for 2,500 gold, which is great. And then the Malachite, the 2 pieces of that I picked up, I threw on the auction house as well. So let's go and have a look and see what we've got left in there. It's very busy in Orgrimmar this afternoon in the NA regions. Let's have a look. Okay, great. So the Dark Moon Firewater is actually been sold as well, so that should be in our bags in 47 minutes. So that's another 3,500 coming in from that. We've still got 5 Earthroot left from our herbs. We've got the Imbued Primal Cape and the Primal Leggings of the Quick Blade, which are 2 pieces of gear I think I picked up on questing. And this piece here, the Simple Blouse of the Aurora, I found it on the auction house for 80 silver when I did a search earlier on today through the fish on. So for 80 silver with a region market value average of 1,500, I thought it was a steal. So I bought it, thrown it straight on the auction house for 350 gold, and hopefully we'll get a quick sale for that. I think it might actually be slightly better than the robe I've got on at the moment. But if it is, it's only marginal. So if we can sell it, make some money on it, that'd be fantastic. So we've got 3,500 incoming from the Dark Moon Firewaters. I don't think I took everything out of the bag, outside the mailbox, so let's get that out. And we've got 7,400 in here now, so by the time we get that gold from the Firewaters, that'll put us just underneath 11,000 gold, which for a level, what's he now, 16 character, who's still in the starter zone, is not too bad. Bear in mind, we've already upgraded all the bags, the banker's up and running, so yes, it's a pretty good start in terms of gold making and sustainability for him. Okay, so what else have I done? So, as discussed in the last video, I have got rid of herbalism, and I've thrown tailoring on. I think in terms of maintaining the pace of experience that I want to try and do, I think it's the right decision. We are going to lose some gold, because I'm not going to be able to pick up the silver leaf, the earthroot, and the later herbs as we go through. So that's going to be a bit of a pain. But hopefully that'll be offset to a certain degree by things that we can make tailored. Now, I have got the skill up to level 13, and all I did was I turned the linen cloth, which I already had, into bolts of linen cloth, and you can see an inventory there. I've got 12. So the 12 skill points I've put on so far has just been turned into linen cloth into bolts of linen cloth. So potentially, if I wanted to, I could start making some of these items here, but I'm going to hold off for now. The bolts of linen cloth entry there is sort of orange, so let's just try and hopefully get some more linen cloth on our travels, killing mobs, and then we'll just boost this up as high as possible before we start looking at any of the other things. We could start making some of these items and try and throw them on the auction house, especially anything that's green, like this one, but that only goes for 1 gold 67. This one goes for 3 gold, so the profits you're making according to TSM there is 89 silver. I'm not going to worry about doing any of that at the moment. And I'm not also going to start worrying about doing linen bandages. We'll just turn all the linen cloth into the bolts, hopefully get some better recipes as we level up, so we're only level 13, and then make something which we can throw in the auction house and make for a profit. I haven't as well bought any supplies. I haven't bought any sort of bleaches or dyes or threads or anything like that for the tailoring profession. That's still, still in the with the vendor. I will pick some of that up and throw it in the bank, probably off recording, just so it's there and we've got it handy. What I did pick up though in Orgrimmar were 5 tailoring recipes from a vendor. So all of these cost a few silver each. Certainly no more than a gold each. Now I could try and flip these on the auction house. Some of these are worth up to 50, 60 gold, but I'm not. When my tailoring skill gets up to that level, so this one for instance, the blue linen vest, when it gets up to level 55, I'll learn the pattern. I want to learn them anyway, in terms of trying to learn everything and get all the achievements. So we'll do that. And it just saved, as I was walking around Orgrimmar having a little bit of an explore, it just means we haven't got to go back there. We can just learn all these things. What else have I got in my bag? So we've got some of these red hot wings. I actually bought some of these. So some of these I picked up from the Dark Moon fishing. I think I had maybe 6 of them. Now they're quite good. So for a level 25 food, they give you a great amount of health. So when I fished them up, I kept them. And then when I saw them in the auction house for 5 silver, I bought them because 5 silver is very cheap. And in fact, I think there might be some more in the auction house. It says they're 1 silver. So let's have a look. We can't use them at the moment because we're not quite high enough. It probably won't be for another sort of day. But if we can pick some up, how many's on there? 7 for 1 silver. Again, we're not exactly going to be breaking the bank buying 7 of these for 7 silver. And then once we get up to the right level, we can throw them into my little food slot I keep on the right hand side. Now I've also got over there, I've removed those apples, which we picked up as a quest item in the starter zone, and I've now got in there the pickled Kodo foot, which again is fished up through the Dark Moon fishing. It gives us 331 health, which was more than about the 170 the apples provided. And in terms of our health, that's probably around about 50%. So it's not great, but it was better than the apples. So the apples I've got rid of. The Kodo feet are in the food slot in case we ever need to use it. I've also picked up a few more of those Dark Moon potions after we tried the Draft of Supremacy. So I picked up another one of those. This is the Tincture of Supremacy. This reduces your size. The other one increased my size, but I dare say it does exactly the same job. And I've got a few of the other ones here, like Increased Critical Strike, Increases Haste, another Increases Haste, Increased Versatility, so on and so forth. So we can have a little play around, try them out, see how they sort of get on as we go forward. The rest of the stuff, I believe you've seen all this. And we've still got that sword in the bag. I need to throw that in the bank at some point. Okay. The only other thing I've done off recording is, as suggested before, I've done a little bit with the battle pets. So I have caught a poor spiny lizard, which I believe was literally just outside this auction house, as another pet, just to boost up like the king snake. And the quest I had was to try and capture a pet, a wild pet, so we caught him. We then went back to Razor Hill, handed that quest in, and we also caught a green creepy crawly cutting around near Razor Hill as well, so we've got another pet. So this is where we are in terms of the battle pets. This is one we bought for the auction house, this is one we bought for vendor, and this is one that's following us around at the moment, and then we've got 2 other ones. So ideally, I want to try and get all of my pets up to blue quality, but at the moment, we've got 4 I'm not going to bother buying any more of the Yorkshire's at the moment. So we've got enough really to, I think, make a team. I think to get that third slot, I need to get a pet up to level 5. And the Black King Snake is currently level 4. About 40% through that as well. Okay, so that's kind of explained what's going on. What else have I got in my mailbox? Oh yeah, the Red Hot Wings. Let's pick them up. We just bought them. So what do we do now? It's kind of thrown me the fact that even if we did all the quests in Hare, there's not an achievement for it. So it kind of raises a point, what is the point? Because we don't know where we're starting or where we're finished, where we've completed things. We know if we go into Northern Barrens, for instance, and go into this quest Hare, Conscript of the Horde, we can go into the achievements. Where is the achievements? We can go into the achievements, go into quests, go down to Kalimdor, scroll down to Northern Barrens, and then we can pick up and watch the progress as we go through the Northern Barrens zone, completing all the different storylines, and then once we've done that, we get 10 achievement points for completing all of the quests in Northern Barrens. The fact that there isn't one for the zone which we're in at the moment is a little bit frustrating, but it does mean that we're kind of free now. If we want to abandon what we're doing at the moment and move into Northern Barrens, we can do. And to be honest, I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. So we've got a quest at the moment, which is a Burning Blade spell scroll. We're not going to get any gear from this. So we're going to abandon this, I believe. And then I'm going to try and head down to this one, In Defense of Far Watch. If we want to come back and pick this one up, we can do again. But I think for now, we're going to head into Northern Barrens and start working on some achievements. So, how do we get there? I have a funny feeling that we need to go there on foot. I don't think we've got a flight path option. No, because the flight paths aren't even near where this is anyway. There's a flight path up here. There's another one down here. And I believe there you go, there's another one here at Crossroads. So we need to walk there basically. We still haven't got a map. So let's get going. Normally I'd skip the video, but I think if we see anything which we can kill and maybe get some more skinning from, or if we see any pets which we haven't got, we'll try and capture them as well. So I'm not going to skip the video this time. Let's just try and get there on foot. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. He does look a little bit ridiculous with his hat on, but I'm sort of loath to take it off now until I actually get a proper hat. Again, these are the quests which are like the northern parts up here, and I don't know. I may change my mind, we may come back and complete this zone, but as it doesn't give us an achievement, as it doesn't give us any progress towards completing the quests in Kalimdor itself, I think time is best served actually going into one of the zones it does, which on this occasion is going to be Northern Barrens. So if we kind of follow it across here, maybe we can cut across them and head south. That might be the best option. Kind of cut over in this direction over here. Okay, there is a dung beetle. We might just leave that for now though. Nice friendly face on our travels. 2 webs. Okay, so we can start seeing some of the creatures which have been killed already. So let's go and skin this one. Where did I get that hat? I didn't imagine that the hat would be causing such a revelation. Just fished it up randomly. Yes. I can't remember whether it was from a school or whether it was actually just open water. What level was he anyway? I can't see now. Okay, so let's go into Northern Barrens, trying to avoid these crocs. And that lion. Okay, so we're now in Northern Barrens. So what we need to do is, once we get away from the river, to get up here onto this, is there a road? There is. To get up onto this road, head south, and then try and pick up the start point of the Northern Barrens zone, conscripted horde. Now I remember from when I've quested in this zone previously, there's a lot of good herbs kicking around in this area, and ore as well. But I think we've still made the right decision. There's going to be some humanoids further to the south. There's some certainly in the centre where we can get cloth from. And I think tailoring for a warlock is a good, sensible choice, because obviously I can start making the stuff I create. So it should be quite good. I'm still quite content with the decision I've made. Okay, and I think this area down here, I think that is where I need to go to start the quest chain. So it hasn't took too long. Did we get that skin? We did, didn't we? Yeah. Someone else being chauffeured around. Not too jealous. Oh, okay, look, we're starting to see some dead bodies. So let's skin these creatures. Again, we need to turn the ruined leather into actual light leather, but certainly boosting our leathers working at the moment, and we're not even having to kill anything. 2 light leather from that one. Light leather is still roughly about 1 gold, which again is a fair price. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do, I'm not going to do any of the pet battles now, but again, off recording, I'll probably come around and start trying to capture some of these. I can see from this zone here, that all of these ones here, these 7, I don't actually have, so what I might try and do is try and get back to Prairie Dog, try and get some more of these and can start completing some of these ones. Okay, nearly there. So let's grab this quest first. Planestrider Menace. Are you familiar with Planestriders? Useless animals, can't fly, gamey, brain the size of my knuckle, too dim to get out of the way of a moving cart. I've broken more axles thanks to their thick skulls. Sometimes I think the Quillboar intentionally frightened flocks of them into the path of our caravan just prior to an ambush. In fact, didn't I send some of these up there earlier on? I think they're the ones that I pushed across the water, aren't they? Make me proud, Warlock, cut a sway through these filthy birds, keep the roads free, and bring me their beaks as proof. So collect 7 Planestrider beaks, and they're the creatures which we just skinned. So we know where they are. So that should be fairly simple. We kill creatures, we'll get the experience, maybe some drops, and then we can skin them as well. So all in all, a good win. Okay, Conscript of Horde. What do you want, Pop? If you're not here for recruitment, I don't have time for you. Here's a recruitment letter. Ah, so Takrin sent you. Cargill warily eyes your recruitment letter and shoves it unceremoniously into his vest. I'll sign this when you've earned it. I've got reports from down south that this whole continent is being torn apart. Meanwhile, we've got supply caravans backed up to the river and outposts under siege from here to Stone Tower. You want to prove your worth to the Horde? Start by proving it here. Okay, 3,400 experience. Pushes us up a level. In defense of Farwatch, all the Quillboars are our enemies, Sovik. Some just prove to be more of a nuisance than others. The Razormane tribe has been attacking our supply caravans but roll through here from Orgrimmar. I have scouts seeking the leader of these raids, but until then, any losses you can inflict on the filthy pigmen would aid us. Start just south of here, where they've been raiding our camps near the river. Seek them out and slay them. So I've got to kill 8 Razormane plunderers and 3 Razormane hunters. So we'll accept that quest. So again, very similar to the last zone, more Razormanes just across the river. Okay, so we have got, that's a pet battle one, which I'll probably just do off stream, off recording. Planestriders to the north, and then we've got the Razormanes to the south. So let's go and kill the birds first, because that's the first one we picked up. Okay, there's one very, very close by. Use Unsable Affliction, Agony, then Corruption. And we got a beak off the very first one. That's good. And then we can skin him as well. I'm hoping that in the Barrens we're going to find lots of creatures which other players have killed who haven't got skin in, but we can actually get the skins from actually. And get them straight away on the auction house as well. We're not going to do anything with the skins. It literally is just going to be a case of just turning it into money effectively. Okay, we're picking up Strider meat as well. What I need to start doing as well is all this meat I pick up, the Strider meat, any other things from creatures, I need to start trying to keep. So I want to try and put cooking on him as well, which we haven't started looking at. Okay, so we've obviously gone up a couple of levels since we started fighting all the Razor Mains and our new gear. And it is taking maybe a second and a half longer to start killing some of these because they're level 16, 17. They're going to have a little bit more health from the last guys we were fighting. So again, it's just keeping an eye on the damage that you're doing, how quickly you're killing the mobs. If it starts getting a little bit too slow, then we need to probably just go and have a look, maybe get some more gear. Maybe we'll get some gear from doing some of the quests around here. But what we don't want to start doing is, you know, time is money. If it starts taking us too long, it's worth just going and increasing what we've got. And we certainly have still got some gear, which is well below par what it should be. How many are we on now? 5 of 7. Okay, he went down quite quickly because we got the proc on the Shadow Bolt. So we had an instant cast of the Shadow Bolt, which was for an extra 50% damage as well. So that's why he went down quite quickly. Okay, so we've got another green item there. Let's skin him first before we have a look at it. The Archer's Longbow. Is this worth anything? The answer's not really. So it's a low level, level 15 bow, 5 agility, 7 stamina. There's only one on the auction house at the moment for 65 gold with a region market average of 304. It's got a reasonable sell rate of 0.03 with a region sale average of 40 gold. So again, it's not something we're ever going to be able to use on this character. He can't equip bows, so we'll probably throw that on, maybe even just at the same price what the last guy's got it on, and just hopefully it'll go. If it goes, it goes. If not, we can just keep relisting it. But it's certainly one of those sort of weapons. If I had a hunter who was around this level and I was looking for an upgrade for a weapon, it's something I would perhaps be looking to buy myself. So if I would be looking to perhaps to buy it, someone else might be as well. Okay, I think we've got all these. Yeah, we have. Did we skin him? Yeah. Okay, so let's go and hand this in, and then we can start heading south and going after some more of these Razor Mains. Now, I dare say that this Northern Barren zone, this is a lot bigger than the last zone we were in, Duratar. So I dare say that it's going to probably take us several videos to get round and try and complete this. But now we're in here, the aim is we will try and complete the whole zone. Get the achievement for it, do all the storylines as we go through, finish it all off before we move on to the next zone. And then once we finish the zone, we'll kind of see what level we are before we make a decision where we want to go. So that's that one done. Okay, there's no point going and speaking to him because we haven't done what he's asked us to do yet. So let's head south. We also could actually have a little look around this outpost, Far Watch Post, and just see if there's anything for sale, anything which is worth picking up. I tell you what we were going to do actually. We were going to use some of these Dark Moon potions, weren't we? So let's go and find some of these Razor Mains down here. Put one of the Dark Moons on. This guy's got a quest, so let's go and visit him first. Okay, his name is Durak. Through fire and flames, help me, Warlock. Piggy men come burn stables. Fire, fire. We can see that. Durok wails incoherently before you can set them down. Wolves still chained inside. Someone's got to save the wee wolves. Quest objective, break the chains to free the wolves from the burning stables. Okay, that sounds like a very honourable quest, so we can certainly take that on board. Right, let's go and put on one of these potions. So let's try this critical strike one, and it reduces my size. So at the moment our critical strike is 8. So let's use this. Which one was it? This one. Again, it's got a 40% timer rather than 20 minutes, which is very strange. Okay, so our critical strike has gone from 8 to 8. It doesn't seem to have increased whatsoever. Excuse my dog barking, probably a cat walking past. Okay, let's go inside here and try and release these wolves. One. How many do we need to do? Get 3, 2, 3. That was fairly straightforward. I think we've got 7,000 experience for that as well.
What do you want?
Yep, we certainly did. Did we actually get an item from that? Flame retardant sheet. I didn't actually get the item though. Maybe it's like a hunter quest item and we just got the appearance of it because we completed it. Very strange. Okay, we missed actually being able to tag him. If I see someone being attacked, instead of trying to use my Unstable Affliction, I need to use one of my Instacast ones. Like that one, Agony. Okay, so now we're on 2. Okay, and that's the first one of the hunters that we needed. I can see him up there. He hasn't escaped me. I'm not too worried about the wolf. We'll kill the hunter first. I'm not sure we can skin those wolves. I'll have to have a look. No, we can't. It's a shame. Okay, so we've got 2 of the 3 hunters, and we still need 6 of the plunderers, so we still need quite a few of them. Yeah, we missed on that one, which is too far away. Okay, well, we did see some over there. That's another hunter. Okay, that's 3 dots on him. Let's shadow bolt him down. That's him taken care of. Back to the wolf. Okay, so that's all the hunters done. We just need these plunderers now. I'm not seeing many. There we go. We've got a couple over here. Dots applied. Have a shadow bolt. Okay, so that's 4 of 8. Again, we're picking up linen cloth here, which is fantastic. I can start turning that into the bolts and improving my tailoring ability, tailoring skills. It's another plunderer. More right, okay, we don't need that one because that's a hunter. Let's have a look down this side towards the river. No, that's another hunter. He seems very determined to try and block the way I'm going. So we'll head back around this way. Is that one? No, they're all hunters. Again, we're seeing people actually questing this area back there towards where the wolves were. So some of the spawn points where these plunderers could be, they might already been dead. That's that same hunter. I wonder if they're in this cave. Or whether this is a different bunch. No, he's a defender. So I dare say we probably need to go back and get him in a bit. Okay, there's a plunderer. There's another one just took his place by the fire, so we'll take him out as well. No, we won't, because he just ran off. Come back here. Sometimes if you're on the move, you just have to move your rotation around. My first spell on my rotation is a 1.5 second cast, so clearly I can't cast that if I'm on the move. Try and get like one of the other spells just to attract his attention, get him to come and run towards us when we can put the proper cast on him. Okay, and this should be the last plunderer. Great. Okay, so that's that done. We've got a level 24 Blood Elf Monk running around here as well. So hopefully, although we're running around on foot at the moment, it shouldn't take too long for us just to get up to, you know, by the time we do hand this quest in, we're going to be almost up to level 18. We've just got 2 more levels on that before we can go and start looking at paying for riding and actually going and buying a mount as well. Thankfully, gold isn't an issue, because we're on 7,500 more or less. We're another 3,500 coming in the bank, so that's fantastic. But we just need to work out where we're going to get the mount from. Now, I think there's a wolf vendor in Orgrimmar, so we can go pick one up from there. Okay, so that's that one done. The next quest, the Far Watch Offensive. Pigmen running amok right on the border of Durotar, not on my watch. It is, as they say, Sovik, the best defence is crushing all who oppose you. One of my scouts followed the Quillbore after the last caravan raid, so we know where to strike. Kreenig Snarlsnout is the mastermind behind the attacks along the river. Crush him, Warlock. Defeat him and disembowel his forces so that the attacks on this camp cease. Search for a Quillbore-infested cavern along the river just south of our stables. I believe that's what we found. Kill 5 Razormane defenders, 5 Razormane Thornweavers, and Kreenig Snarlsnout. Take his Snarlsnout's tusk. And this is the first time on this character that we're actually going to get a green item in terms of a reward. Now we're going to begin getting the Thornweaver leggings, which have got exactly the same int and the same stamina as the ones we bought for the auction house for 6 gold, but missing the critical strike and versatility. So unless we get a random upgrade and we either turn rare or epic, which is a possibility, they're still not going to be as good as the stuff we bought several hours ago. But we'll accept the quest anyway. In fact, this orc over here has a quest as well. Whatever has happened in Southern Barrens has caused some of the Quillbore tribes to flee our direction. The displaced Razormane in particular grow desperate and their attacks grow bolder. I've lost 2 caravans this week alone. Our warriors at the crossroads desperately need these supplies, and I'm not about to let the Quillbore grow fat off their misdeeds. Find the missing supply crates and bring them to me. I'll search for Quillbore hovels south of here. I'd search for Quillbore hovels south of here along the river. That sounds like we're going to the same cave. Collect 5 crossroads supply crates from inside the Razormane cave. Okay, great. We're heading there anyway, so let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Checking the map. Yeah, both of them in exactly the same position. The other thing which I did, which I failed to mention off recording, is I bought a Orgrimmar Tabard. Now, the Orgrimmar Tabard I bought from the Orgrimmar Quartermaster, who is pretty much up there where the flight path guy is in Orgrimmar. And it cost me something ridiculous, like, I don't know, 10 silver maybe. But it means if we do any dungeons, which we will do in due course, anything we do in terms of dungeons and reputation will go through Orgrimmar. And clearly being an orc, it kind of makes sense. So, as I was up there anyway, I thought, let's just go and buy it. Okay, how are we going to get past it with these? We might have to fight one or two. Yeah, so I bought the Tabard anyway, just for getting the experience and the reputation gains. Sorry, for the for Orgrimmar. Okay, so there's a hunter there. We don't need. So let's see if we can just circle around him and into the cave. So we need 5 defenders, 5 Thorn Weavers, and the boss. Here's the first defender. Okay. I don't know if I just took him out by myself or whether that hunter helped. But the more the merrier. Okay, so that's 1 of 1. Well, so 1 of 5 and 1 of 5. Now what we do need to do though is we might need to start grabbing some of these treasure chests because they're all gone that way. Let's head up this way. If the treasure chest is spawning, there's other people questing in the cave with us at the same time. We might just try and need a nab like this one. Try and nab that quite quickly. Which we'll do. Okay, 1 of 5. There you go. See, that one definitely spotted the treasure chest. Two of 5. Didn't get much experience in that because there's about 55 people attacking at the same time. But we'll still loot him and get that linen cloth. Now the boss must spawn up there if I remember rightly. Can we get him before he dies? Yeah, we managed to tag him at least. Okay, there's a defender. I dare say someone's going to run past and grab that treasure chest. Nope, I'm going to quickly go and grab that while he's fighting my imp. There's his body. 2 more linen cloth from there, so that's another bolt. Okay, that's 3 of the 5 defenders done. So far, so good. And this is a boss. Should be easy with a couple of us actually fighting him. I had a Shadow Bolt there, which was an instant cast. There's another one. Okay, great. And we got his tusk, so that's the quest item which we needed. So we now need 2 more Thorn Weavers, 2 more defenders. There's a defender down here. My imp isn't as brave as me. Instead of just jumping off, he decided to take a long way around. But we got him, killed him anyway. Okay, that's another defender. This is a Thorn Weaver. Looks like a fire mage just took him out and run into the crate that I had my eye on. Yeah, it's getting a little bit busy. Oh, barbaric cloth robe. Let's have a look at that. Wow. Okay, so it's a decent robe. It's not as good as what we've got at the moment because ours is level 16, 4 int, 6 stamina, and some crit and haste. This has got less int, the same stamina, but none of the critical strike or the haste, and is currently the cheapest on the auction house is 4,500 with a region market value average of 5,800. So again, if you want to have a look at some of these, if you hold Control down, then click your left mouse button, you can have a look. Now, we can't really see it because I've got this tabard on. Let's take the tabard off. Let's have another look now. So that's what it looks like. It's a very simple, clean, sort of primal look to that. Obviously, that's a cloak I've got on as well. So I can see why people would want to have a buy it, because it has got that very sort of native look to the robe. But for that sort of gold, and the fact it's not as good as what we've got already, that'll be certainly something we throw on the auction house, and hopefully get a quick sale for that as well. Again, you know, this is just RNG whether we get something good, or the drop of some of these creatures. If we do manage to sell it, that all that money just goes into the bank as well. Okay, it's a treasure chest. We're certainly slacking on these chests. Still need after this one 2 more. Yes, I think we just tagged him. We did. Where the hell is that one supposed to come from? They certainly weren't there a second ago. We need that defender behind as well, so let's just start engaging him. And I think that is all of the mobs we need. That is, we just need to find 2 supply chests. Okay. Okay, so we've got some more, another green item there, the rigid leggings of a quick blade. What we'll do though is we'll show if we can grab these chests first, and we'll have a look at that item once we get back and hand these in. We don't want to spend all sort of evening in this cave trying to do this anyway. Now there was a box, a chest that spawned over there, which I cannot see anymore. The reason I can loot these is because when I see other people actually attacking them, I'm actually trying to get a corruption. There's a treasure chest. Trying to get a corruption or an agony on him. Has he got them, or is he going to run for it? No, of course he needs it. Okay, there's none more up there. There's one. Let's grab that one. I can see on my camera the it's getting a little bit gloomy here, so I dare say there's another one. Let's try and grab that first. Let's see if we can fear him. Get him running away. Then we can grab the treasure chests or the supply crates, and then we can get out of there. Yeah, so at time of recording here, it's now 8:15 EU time. So if I put the lights on, it just looks a little bit too bright in here. Okay, he's going to end up pulling all these. Right, so we've got a bit of fire in our hands. Let's use some of the drain life. Let's put some dots on this one as well. Let's drain life from him as well. Is him dead? Drain life from him. He's still got some of the dots on him. And that's him dead as well. And we've got a recipe as well. Great, we'll have a look at that as well when we get back. Okay, we can get past this guy. Now the recipe looks like it's an alchemy recipe. I have no plans on using alchemy. Leveled up as well. And as I've got no plans on using alchemy, we'll try and sell that if it's got any value. We got everything done which we need to do in here? We have. So we're level 18 up to killing those mobs. Let's go and get ourselves back up to the quest handling area. Then what I probably will do, as it's getting a little bit gloomy here, we'll go for about 45 minutes. Hand these quests in. We'll have a look to see what we've got. I'll probably draw stumps at that stage, end of recording. I think I'll probably go and do a little bit more fishing, as we've got none of the Dark Moon, Dagger Moors or Firewaters left on the auction house. They're selling like hotcakes. Do a little bit more of that this evening, get some more on the auction house. And then for the next recording, look to come back straight here. We'll probably start from Orgrimmar as well. In fact, no, we need a flight path. What I'll do is I'll go to Orgrimmar before the next recording, empty the mailbox if we manage to sell anything. I'll jot down what we managed to sell, then I'll come back here. I think that's probably the most sensible thing. Or actually, there's probably a mailbox a little bit further up, so I won't empty the mailbox. I'll just make sure we start here. So anyone watching this can keep track of what we do sell, quantities, values, etc. That's a little bit more transparent. Okay, so the first one we need to hand in. Cut off the head of a leader and chaos ensues. Sovik, learn this lesson well, it will aid you in the future. Here's the tusk. Well done, Sovik. Without Koenig to orchestrate the raids. My grunt should be able to keep Firewatch secure. Your people should be proud to count you among them. Okay, so we've got the leggings. They haven't upgraded, so we know that they're actually worse than what we've got at the moment. So let's just tuck them up there to put the tabard back on. How goes your search for supplies, Sovik? I trust it will fall under your strength easily. Yeah, pretty much. Here's your crates. Aha, thank you, Sovik. This will help us greatly. I'll get these supplies packed up and on the way to the crossroads immediately. Okay, what's this quest? In fact, as you can see on the screen here, we've got our first achievement progress. If you click on that, you can see where you are in terms of like each zone sort of quest line. So we're now completed Firewatch, which is great. Okay, Halgar grins disarmingly, holding up an enormous firearm. Have you ever used one of these, Sovik? It's a beast. Hell with a hand grip. Too heavy to use on foot, but perfect when riding at the head of a caravan. I call it my street sweeper. We need to get these supplies you've collected to the crossroads, and I expect trouble. I'd like for you to ride shotgun, literally. Say the word when you're ready, and I'll put you at the head of our next caravan. So we need to speak to her at Firewatch to escort the next crossroads caravan to Groldon Farm. So let's accept the quest. We actually get a belt from that as well. Okay, so this is the first quest item we're going to get, which definitely will be an upgrade because we didn't buy a belt before, which will be quite good. And 7,000 experience, so let's accept that. And I think that's going to take us over in this kind of direction over here. Is this going to be a long quest or not? So how dark is it? We should be alright. Let's try and get this one done. Okay, well, Sovik, are you ready to roll? It won't be easy. Yes, I'm ready. Let's do this thing. Okay, so we're on the back of one of these Kodos here. Shoot, reduce your targets to pulp. So, I think it should just be a case of keeping our eyes peeled. Oh, there we go. So I'm pressing tab, selecting the next one, just hitting number 1. And that was relatively easy. You don't see them run off, come in from a long way though. They spawn quite quickly. That's quite near to the Kodos. Do you know what? I think I actually didn't accidentally just kill that creature as well. Again, all I'm doing is just tap and tab, clicking on number 1, see if we can shoot him. No, yeah, we did. We can kill the wildlife as well. Interesting. I don't think we're getting any experience of killing like the zebras. However, they do look like they are dying, as in they're lootable. So maybe it's worth just having a little look up there because we can certainly skin them. How far away are we from this farm? We're here. Okay. So let's have a quick run back before we hand this quest in and see if there's any loot on any of those random pieces of wildlife which we shot with that gun on the way back up there. If they're still alive and it's not just glitched out. No, there you go. So this is one of the grazing zebras. It's got some loot. Okay, nothing worth mentioning. We can certainly skin them. This is another one here. It is. There's another one over here. I'm not going to run all the way back down here. That's just too far away. Let's just grab this one. In fact, and that one, it's a few steps away. Again, it's just boosting our skinning. Cool. Okay, so whilst we're running up, let's have a look at this gear that we picked up from that last cave. So we picked up the Swiftness Potion. Well, 13 on the auction house at the moment. The cheapest is currently going for 1,500 gold, with a region market value average of 825. So again, that's quite good luck to actually pick that one up. That's something which I'll be looking to sell and make some money on fairly quickly. And the other one were these leggings. Okay, not quite as expensive. 4 of them on the auction house, going for just under 500 gold. A region market value average of 2,500. which is actually more than what these ones are, but they're going for more. But again, the leather legs, never going to use them on this character. I'm not going to try and hold them for any other characters, so let's get rid of them. Okay, let's go and hand these in. You're a sight orc. That's the first caravan to make it through this week. You will receive the Blood Eye Belt. Brilliant. That's the first piece of gear which we picked up from a quest, which has given us int and is actually usable. So our intelligence is going, or intellect is going from 93 up to 97. It's giving a good boost to the stamina as well. We can finally get rid of this utterly trash belt, which we probably picked up killing the boar in the very first zone. And so lob that down there, which is great. Okay, and the rest of the quests, I believe, are all done kind of in this area. And as it's getting a little bit dark, I think I'm going to probably draw stumps there at this stage. But before I do that, let's turn this into our home rather than, or do we need to have it as Orgrim for the fishing? We'll leave it as Orgrim at the moment. But we will probably turn this into our home at some point. Okay, so I'm going to draw stumps there for this recording. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying the content as much as I am playing it. It's good fun, just getting back down to basics with nothing, no mounts, no Brutosaurs. You know, finding an item worth 500 gold, and you know, it's making a big difference to your bank balance. Again, as I said, I'm probably going to do some more fishing, and I'm going to do this all week. Just keep chipping away at that. If I start putting fish on there, and firewaters on there, and they're not starting to sell and they're starting to stock up, then I'll probably just tail it back a bit. But they're all going. And, you know, the fact that this brand new character is on over 10,000 gold already, and, you know, really is going to be playing for a matter of hours, is absolutely fantastic. So we'll dive back down to the Dark Moon. We'll go and get some more of the fish, get some more of the firewaters, try and get some more of those little potions, which we've been using, and maybe some food items. We're also boosting our fishing level up as well. So if I quickly show you that, it's not up to 300 as yet, but it's up to 215. So it's certainly going up there, and it's going to help us if we ever want to fish any of the other sort of waters around, in like the Kalimdor or Eastern Kingdoms, because it just means that we're going to catch more fish rather than junking away. So again, that's another bonus for kind of doing that as well. And I think that's it. Oh, and I might actually just try and catch some of these battle pets off recording rather than on recording and wasting time doing that. I'll save the time on recording for doing the quests, getting the gear, showing you money sort of earned rather than some of the more mundane stuff. So thanks again for watching. The next episode should be up tomorrow. It's getting a little bit dark now, and hopefully we'll have sold a lot more fish. So have a nice rest of your day and catch you again soon.